Okay, everybody, I am so excited today because I am joined by Mecia Simson, aka Francesca, who stars in The Witcher season 2. I have a warning here that if you haven't watched the full season of Witcher season 2, come back after and watch this interview. We're going to be talking spoilers. Mecia, how you doing today?
Yeah, I'm really good, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, of course. I'm so excited to talk to you. It's exciting. You're this new,
Yeah,
awesome character on this big show.
I know.
So I love about Francesca is the look she has as this elven leader. What was it like for you wearing something like with these elven ears and the prosthetics? And I'm
Yeah,
assuming those
yeah.
are contacts you have to wear too.
Oh yeah, it was amazing. It was just so nice to be able to transform into something completely different. And yeah, so got contact lenses. I had to do a few fittings for those. And it's crazy with the contact lenses, it's actually really hard to see. Everything's really blurry. And then especially when we're doing the night shoots, it's really hard to see people's facial expressions. And obviously a lot of acting, you're reacting to what's being given to you. So that was definitely very challenging. And then having them put in your eye as well, I didn't like that, but you get used to them.
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't notice though. You do such a good job that it looks like it's totally natural. But I always wonder, like, yeah, contacts must be uncomfortable for sure.
Oh gosh,
Um,
yeah, they are.
Yeah, but it's interesting because Francesca has one of the most elaborate costumes in the show. Do
Yeah,
you think it kind of is an advantage for you? Does it make it easier for you to step into this character of Francesca?
yeah, definitely. I feel like as soon as because sometimes you worry, you're on the way there, and you're like, I hope the day goes well today. I hope everything I've prepared goes well, and you get a little panic. But then as soon as the costume comes on, you've got the hair and the makeup. I just really, really felt the part, and I felt like Francesca, and it helps to step away from Misha, having everything all there put on you.
Yeah, and you really do become the part of Francesca. It's awesome, and it's interesting too because there is this iconic look of Francesca from the games in the card game Gwent.
Yes,
Now that's like a picture if you were to Google Francesca, a lot of people like because she has
yeah.
these hair buns. Now, do you think there's a chance she could rock the hair buns in the future, and would you be down?
Yeah, do you know what? I would be down rocking the hair buns. I think they're great. So we'll just have to see what they have in store. We'll have to speak to Deb Watson for that.
Yeah, no, I think people are hoping that, and that's exciting to hear that
Yeah,
you'd be down. Did
yeah,
you
yeah.
find a lot of yourself, Misha, in the character of Francesca?
Again, I think it was really easy to empathize with Francesca because obviously it is obviously a lot of the things that they go through is real human experiences. Obviously it's very extreme, but you can really put yourself in the shoes of the character. Yeah, so I feel like on that front we're different, but I was able to match myself with Francesca and empathize with what she was going through.
Yeah, and speaking of what she was
Mm.
going through, I mean, like you're talking about the extremes, but also like that must have been crazy for you playing this like miraculous happy moment of having this elven child and then it having it get murdered. Was that
Yeah.
insane emotionally for you? Did you film those chronologically? Like did you go from happy to sad or was it kind of all over the place? How did you do that? What
Well,
was that
I'll tell
like?
you what. When we did start off episode 2, that was in order, but then when it got to the birth scene and the death of Francesca's baby, that was filmed in the same day because we were filming over COVID and the
Hmm.
time schedules were all over the place. So I went through extremes on that day. I went from giving birth to the child and like the celebration. In fact, it's possible I might have filmed the death of the baby before the birth, so it was just all over the place. So emotionally, yeah, it was very challenging, and I had my music playlist that would get me into certain moods and the moods that I'd need to be in. I felt like a complete lunatic, basically.
Yeah, no, I hope you release that music, the
Yeah.
Francesca playlist for Spotify. I think everyone would love to hear that. No, but that's really a tribute to how good you are as an actress and how you can do all these range of
Thank
emotions.
you.
But also speaking of that, just from a viewer watching this
Mm,
character's arc, I was shocked when
yeah.
Francesca, we know she wants justice, this horrible things happen to her, but she goes on this like killing spree of these babies. So
Yeah.
what was your reaction as Misha reading the script for the first time when you saw that?
Mm. Well, I was alerted to the fact that she goes on a baby killing
Hmm.
spree. before, so I was kind of prepared. And when I
Okay.
was told about that, I was a little bit shocked because I was trying to work out in my head how it got from there to there, to the extremities. And yeah, when I read it, it was pretty shocking. But I think, as for me as an actress, it's great because you get to really play. And it's never a boring day. So I know it sounds a little bit sick, but I was actually quite excited because it's just so crazy. You just really get to go through it, and to think what she would have had to have gone through to get to that point. I find that interesting to play with.
Yeah, and I think for
Mm.
fans of the show, why they love Francesca so much is that we don't know what can happen with her now. This show's like anything's possible with Francesca. So
Yeah.
how do you, if you're going to predict, like, how do you feel she might be going forward? Like, do you think she's going to be kind of on this revenge path? Like, maybe, would you say?
Yeah, yeah. I feel like now, because of what she's done, there's no going back. There
Hmm.
really isn't. I mean, she's killed so many babies. I mean, how that sits on you morally as well, I don't know. But I just think there's no going back. I don't really know what's going to happen with Francesca, but she's going to have to, I guess it's upwards from there. You just got to keep going.
So, as an actress, though, does that seem more challenging for you to play her next season? Where,
Mm,
like, can you still find sympathy for her? Do you need to find sympathy for her to keep playing
yeah.
her like comfortably? How do you find that?
Mm. Yeah, I feel like even though she's done such a horrific thing, I do think, again, I'll be able to sympathise with her, and I can see where she's coming from. Not that if she asked me, I probably would have said, "Don't kill the babies," but um,
Oh, thank God.
yeah, exactly. But unfortunately, she didn't ask me; she just did it. So yeah, I definitely can empathise with her. I think for her, she's gotten to that point where she's fighting back because they haven't done that for so many years. Her people, and they've been pushed to the edge of the world. So I think she's had enough, and she's just like, I'm going to do to them what they've done to us, and I think that's it. So I do get it from that point of view, even though it's very extreme.
No, that makes sense, and that's kind of a
Mm,
good tip for just actresses and actors looking to see how they can kind of approach a role like
mhm.
that. Now I have to ask because I'm a huge nerd with the Witcher games, but have you ever played any of the Witcher video games, and do you game at all in general?
Yeah, so I actually did play.
Oh,
It's a Wild Hunt 3, isn't it?
yes.
The Witch 3, that one. So my dad actually is a fan of the game, so
Oh,
I
wow.
had a little play at his house, and I really enjoyed it. I actually haven't played games for a while. My favorite game was Crash Bandicoot, so I was one of those
Oh,
people. That's
that's a
that's
great
like my
one.
ultimate game, yeah. So yeah, it's been a while, but yeah, no, I loved playing the game. It was nice just
Oh,
to see the
that's
world. Mm,
oh, that's great to hear. That makes me so happy because I'm like
yeah.
super nerd that I got a tattoo for the game in
Have you?
Witcher.
Oh my
So
God, I love
it's
it.
the
Oh,
whole
so you're
sword. Yeah.
a
Yeah.
super fan.
So that's cool to hear that. So switching gears a bit too, I don't think, what a lot of people aren't going to know about you, like if they've seen you
Mm,
for the first time in The Witcher, is that, you won Britain's Next Top Model in 2009. So
yes.
that was a while ago. So you were
Mm.
originally modeling, right? And then did you decide to switch to acting at some point? Were you always doing both? Like, how did it kind of come about with the acting?
Yeah. So I think always, since the kid, I've always wanted to act. I was always begging my mum to take me to these little drama schools. I watched Fame, and I was like, I need to be in a school like that. I love it. But yeah, I fell into modeling after winning Britain's Next Top Model, and I enjoyed the modeling, but the acting was always there. So I've been doing workshops since 2012. And then I just realized I wanted more. So then I went to drama school, probably like 2016. And yeah, then I transitioned into the acting. So I kind of had to put the modeling on hold. I had to make a decision basically. I had to turn down jobs when I was in drama school as well, just because I was like, my focus needs to be here. And I'm glad that I did it. So seems to be paying off so far, which is lovely.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, and then
Yeah.
scoring a role in this big show, it's just going to send you to this next level, which I'm excited for you. And
Thank you.
in that excitement, though, I think what fans like to see too is they get excited. They like seeing a new face. They like seeing
Yeah.
someone who's so good at it. And they like seeing, though, and I say this in all my interviews, like you're on social media, you show the passion for it, and that
Yeah.
you're excited.
Yeah.
Do you get goosebumps still when you see like this poster come out with you, Jennifer, Frangella, the three like strong women on this show? Like, does that make you, do you get the same feeling we do as fans seeing that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just mental. Every time an image comes out of Francesca or anything to do with The Witcher, I'm just so excited by it because it's my first big gig, so I'm super proud. And I still can't believe it when I see myself, when I was watching the series and seeing these posters and I'm with these characters that are already established. It's just amazing. Yeah, I'm like shell shocked.
Yeah, and speaking of just like shell shock, you got to be shell shocked too and feel good. Like I always scour on the Witcher Reddit, and there was a post that someone's asking a poll, who's your favorite new season 2 character, and if you go down, it's just Francesca, 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 all the way down. And many attribute though to your performance of her. So it's not just, oh, we love this character, like the actress playing her. How does that make you feel seeing that?
Oh, that's really lovely, honestly. It makes me feel really proud and just happy that I was able to please the fans as well. And yeah, it's a nice confirmation that I'm doing a good job. So it makes me feel really, really happy.
Yeah, and you crushed it. You did a great job, and
Thank you
everyone should be
so much.
excited. Yeah, I'm happy your character survived too. So we're gonna see more Francesca season
Thank
3.
God.
Yes, I can't wait. So everybody, I mean, if you're watching this, you probably saw the season, but tell your friends about it. Watch it again. Witcher season 2. It's out on Netflix. Watch Mecia kill it as Francesca. Mecia, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to talk to you in the future one day.
Thank you so much. It's lovely to meet you and lovely to speak to you.